What's up, guys? MrGimms back again, and it's, PTB day. Tools of Torment is coming out in about an hour. So I wanted to drop this video just before to sort of put through my expectations of this chapter, this testing session that I will be doing later on tonight. Currently, I'm at work, working till 6 p.m, so there is no stream tonight with myself covering the PTB. It's going to be the first time in a long time I'm not going to be covering the PTB. However, more content will be coming to this channel later on this evening with my follow-up thoughts after testing off stream. But, guys, I don't think I'm alone here. My expectations, or our expectations, should be quite large here. I mean, this year has not been a good start, in my opinion. In December, we received the Knight, which I think was, by most, I think most people will say pretty deplorable, uninteresting, buggy as hell, and sort of left in a ditch, like many other things. But we'll get to all that in a bit. First of all, I want to talk about my expectations. My expectations of this killer, this new killer, whatever it's going to be, I want it to be a strong killer. I don't think this is a ridiculous ask in 2023 with the game being nearing on 7 years old. We've seen what happens when killers aren't as strong, such as Sadako or Ringu. The Knight even kind of just dropped off a little bit. They just seem to kind of get pushed to the side and, played for a little bit and enjoyed for a little bit. But the life of the actual killer itself is just null and void. It doesn't last long. I want this killer to be up to at least the strength, in terms of strength, to Wesker. Now, Wesker, I would say, I know a lot of survivors complain because they get a lot of Weskers and they're kind of bored with that, and I can understand that. That can't be helped, though, in the grand scheme of things. Killers are going to be driven to fun play styles, capable gameplay within, a strong Survivor Friends team or whatever. And that's why Wesker, I feel, not only just being a license, but also because he ticks all those boxes, man. Wesker, by far, pound for pound, is probably one of the best made killers that this game has ever seen. And that came out of year 6. It's very cool. So I think if you want this original chapter to survive, if it is original, I'm assuming it is from everything we've heard, if we want this killer to survive, we're going to need him to be... we can't afford to make weak killers anymore. Not this late in the game now. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. We need to turn this shit around and get everyone up to at least Wesker's level. I'm not asking for nurse. I'm not asking for 20 nurses to pick from. I'm asking for capable killers that are fun to play for the killer and survivor, fun interactions. And I just think we're going to give it a lot more life by doing so because, yeah, we've seen what happens, the drop-off with killers that just aren't worth their... It's just not worth the time, mate. So, yeah, I really expect a fun and strong killer. Not nurse level. I think that's what we need right now. We need a fun chapter. We need this shit. We need this franchise to turn around because it's not looking good this year already. Next, another expectation is perks. I want there to be really good perks, man. At least one gen perk. We know what happened to Eruption. Well, what's about to happen. I want there to be a great gen perk that's fair and interactable on the survivor side as well. I don't want us to be given 5 gens constantly, 5 gen wins. I don't want that. That's not what this is about. I want to have a good, strong gen perk. I want to have some great perks that have good synergy with other perks. I don't expect them to be OP, but things that work well with other things. Like combat builds, brutal strength, enduring, spirit fury, all that sort of stuff, those kind of combinations. I want there to be some great synergy perks, not just sort of these slapped together crappy, but there's already better perks in existence. I want them to be using their brains for this one, coming together, doing some great ideas, running with what we've got as well. Synergy is super important, I think, when it comes to these things. And I'm not just talking about killer as well. This chapter needs to be maintained with good survivors as well. You need to have good survivor perks. Please, for the love of Christ, don't give them another gen perk. It's not needed. It's getting out of hand. Stop it. Leave it alone. Give them some great synergy perks. Maybe even another exhaustion option would be good. I don't know how long you can milk that for, but, we need some other viable, good exhaustion perks as well, because Dead Hard is just constantly on top. I don't have a problem with Dead Hard with its current state. I know it can be annoying, but compared to the old Dead Hard, we have a much better version at the moment. So great synergy for Survivor as well. I like the fact that the two survivors are related, or at least looks related with the leaked names that have come in. I know some people are saying that it could be a killer and a survivor that those names are leaked, but I don't think so. I think it's 2 original survivors coming in, and I love that the lores are all going to tie up together. I have theories about that I haven't shared, but I've seen a lot of people, and people have shared my theory as well. So it just needs to be fun, guys, on all the characters' fronts, and it needs to be done perfectly, and nothing made OP or nothing made too weak, because people they give up. They give up on a chapter. As for the eruption nerf that's coming in, it is what it is. There was a better way to do it, a more intelligent way to do it, a more intuitive way to do it. However, they've decided to completely butcher a perk and make it rendered very niche to possibly 3 killers, 2 of them being top end in Nurse and Blight. They don't seem to understand what a meta shift means. I think they just sort of use these buzzwords, these power words, as I used to call them, and then they sort of just nerf whatever it is to the ground, and it's boring. I really hope to see some killers getting something out of this nerf. Right now, all we've gotten is a massive solo buff, which I'm not complaining about, but then the gen progress was added. Fine, okay, great. Now Eruption has been nerfed, and last night's stream, although it was fun, I just got gen rushed all night, you know what I mean? It's just like, because everyone's prepping, so it's just, okay, great. It's going to be a fun chapter unless you address it, guys. So, Mother's Dwelling being reworked, yeah, hopefully it's smaller. My expectations is it is smaller. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I need a little bit more out of behavior this year. And I don't think that's too much to ask with the money that's been spent from just myself alone and the community, what we put into this game, the cosmetics and everything else, the chapters. We put a lot of love and a lot of money into this game. And I really, really hope you guys are on the ball for this one. But you know what? I don't have a lot of faith. So my expectations are high with an acceptance that they're going to be destroyed. Guys, I'm sorry this is a little bit of a negative video. It's not supposed to be, but I'm also just being real about it. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully you all enjoy the PTB testing. I will be watching from work as much as I can, and I will be testing myself later on this evening, and videos will be coming out with my sort of thoughts and opinions. But guys, hope you enjoyed. Share your opinions down below, what your expectations are of this chapter, of this PTB. Are you happy right now? Where do you want this to go? Hopefully you guys are sort of in line with how I feel. And we just want this to be a successful chapter. We really need it. But anyway, guys, I love you all. Hope you have an amazing day. And I'll see you guys later on.